All right, guys, I would like to start with Taylor.
Jalen, what was your reaction when you saw the USA team yesterday, the roster come out?
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the girls that are on the team. I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either way. Maybe on the team, maybe not being on the team. So, I'm excited for them. Going to ring them on to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics, so it'll be fun to watch them.
What was your level of disappointment not having your name on the roster?
Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
Did you have a direct conversation with managing director over there at USA Beavers?
Yeah, they called me and let me know, and before everything came out, which was really respectful of them, and I appreciated that. And they did the same for every girl that made the team or every girl that didn't make the team. There was a lot of players in the Olympic pool, so it wasn't like I was the only one they had to call. They had to make quite a few calls.
Are you looking forward to a break, from Olympic action? Basketball in general, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be really nice. I mean, I've loved competing every single second, but it's going to be a great month for my body to, first of all, get rest and get healthy and just get a little time away from basketball and the craziness of everything that's been going on, and just find some peace and quiet for myself. But then additionally, a great opportunity for us to work and get better, a great opportunity for myself to get in the weight room, to work on the court and work at things that I want to get better at that I maybe didn't have time going from college to the pro season. So I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, we still have a month of games where we have a lot of opportunities to win a lot of games. So that's where my main focus is.
What was it like to kind of prepare for Team USA? You were in Cleveland when they were hosting camp, but obviously you had other things in your mind. I think kind of was a big deal. So what was it like trying to balance, I want this opportunity, but this other opportunity right in front of me?
Yeah, I don't think there was a preparation. It was more just go about my business how I have my entire career, and if that's the opportunity I get, great. If I don't get that opportunity, there's still a lot of positives and the time that I'm going to have off, the opportunity to be motivated to hopefully achieve that at some point in my career. And but yeah, I think a lot of my focus was on my college season. I didn't have time to go to a training camp, and then obviously it was a quick turnaround to come here. So I think it's just a good motivation for us, and then we all know how talented that team is. You look at that roster, and a lot of players I've already had the opportunity to play in this league that are just so good, and I know they're going to go out there and dominate, and I'm going to be watching and cheering for them, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Have you heard from anyone that stood out from you about that decision? Meaning an NBA player or anything like that, or someone you're fifth there?
We're talking a lot of ifs here. I know you just said you would like that rest, but if there is a player on the roster that's too injured to play and they call you, what would your reaction be?
Yeah, I think it would be a great opportunity. A lot of ifs. So, my main focus is on the fever. That's what it is. If USA Basketball needs something, I have a great relationship with them. But the 12 they have selected are really, really great players. So I think they're in pretty good hands. A great coach, Joe's a great coach. Selection committee did a really good job. So, just focus on the fever and what we can do to be better.
Coming off your last game, I know you got a lot of shots up in the gym this last week, and then had the game that you did. How necessary it was for you to kind of feel that?
Yeah, it was really nice, and I think just getting back and getting some work in, but also the rest was huge. I felt like my legs were under me a little bit more. Felt like I was missing short quite a bit before that, so I think it shows what rest can do for your body, but also I think it was just a good kind of breakout game to kind of get some more confidence in my shot. I don't think I had shot it really all that great. A lot of, had some good looks that I just had missed, so it was nice to see quite a few go down, and, hopefully we can continue to build on that, and obviously across the board, we shot the ball well, 16 made threes. I think we kind of settled a little too much. I thought we could got our feet in the paint a little bit more, but overall, we did shoot the ball pretty well.
How do you use that confidence and use it? Or what gives you confidence that you can go up to Connecticut tomorrow and build and start stacking wins?
Yeah, I think we go into every game confident that we're going to win. That's the mentality of this team. We're young. We have a great energy about ourselves. We come into practice and we work hard every single day. And if you don't have that mentality going into a game that you're going to win, you're just not going to win. That's problem number one. So I don't think that's a problem at all. We're going to go in there confident and give it everything we have.
A bit of a unique question, but I've been curious about this. What is your relationship like with Bree, the photographer? What does she mean to you?
Yeah, Bree's amazing. I think, first of all, her pictures are absolutely incredible. But she's been a supporter of women's basketball for a really long time before I came around. So somebody that just, is always there rooting on, multiple players throughout this league. She's cheering for a lot of college teams, and then, you know, getting to know her over the course of the last year has been awesome. She's taken some amazing pictures and captured some amazing memories, not only for myself, my family, a lot of my teammates, a lot of other teams, a lot of other players. So, you know, she's awesome.
Year after year, to so many different versions of your team, being the person that's been here.
I got superpowers. That's how I got superpowers. I err on the side of, man, being who I am. I'm never going to change that for nobody. I like to think that my game is going to develop based on what I see in front of me. So I always room for improvement. Ways around the room, being better than the pushing layups is my next maturation right now. So I'm always finding different stuff to work on. So it's always going to be an easier transition than people think because I like to hoop. So when you hoop and you can hoop with anybody,
I was going to ask you about that maturation process, but how much is imagination a part of it? Like just seeing stuff or thinking, like, okay, maybe I could try this next time or two times.
I think people watch sport because they're reading and reacting. Like being able to read and react and make plays based on what you see and the teams you play and based on how they defend you, how they read you, etc. I think that all plays a part in basketball, and I think that not having imagination is scary in basketball because if you don't, you never know what to prepare for. Because it's, you know, the game is, you never know what to prepare for. That's how the game is.
Kelsey, how did that break and then the win in DC really help you guys build some confidence and get your feet under you heading into Connecticut tomorrow?
Hopefully it's good momentum for us. Can't foresee the future about tomorrow, but I think we can be prepared based on how we practice and how our game went. And that's the idea. That's the purpose.
What can you build off of from DC that will help you tomorrow?
Oh man, I think our ability to get the ball up and down the floor fast. The best way I could put it is being able to like make the necessary play on behalf of one another, whatever that is. Being able to find a high hand, like, you know, obviously last game Caitlin shot the ball really well, so it's on us to see those kind of things and, you know, make sure the right person is, you know, get what they need. But I think I'm prepared.
Speaking of Caitlin, what was your opinion when you saw the USA team and she wasn't on it?
I don't have an opinion.
For you, what's it been like going from a player who might have, and you still do this at times, like you create so much gravity, but then being a player that doesn't, you know, you're like the recipient of the gravity that Caitlin creates or others create.
Oh man, I think that's a part of the game. I think it's you obviously get the best of both worlds. There's beauty in it. And know that you can play with counterparts that can pull just as much. So I think it's a great thing overall.
Like, are you like, dang, like, I felt this in I was in whatever grade or whatever.
Kinda. Sometimes I find myself up and I was like, wow, I've never been in open in a long time. So I'll take it.
Coach, the obvious elephant in the room is the Team USA roster. Caitlin's not on it. What was your reaction when you saw that list come out yesterday?
Yeah, you know, a little disappointed, of course. You know, she's a player. You know, that's the hardest team in the world to make, right? That is a tough team. She's young. She's going to have so many opportunities in the future.
How did you coach her up through that, or did you talk to her at all through that to make it more of a motivating factor than anything?
Yeah, we talked actually on the bus. She got the call on the bus, and she texted me to let me know. And, you know, I just tried to keep her spirits. I mean, the thing she said was, hey, Coach, they woke a monster, which I thought was awesome.
Is there any silver lining and, you know, she'll get a little bit of rest, she'll be able to work on some things in that 3-week break?
Yeah, I think that is the silver lining. Like, she is going to get some rest.
Looking at the Sun, what do you take from that Mystics game that you can build off of to make sure you can get ahead of the Sun early and keep that lead tomorrow?
Yeah, you know, I thought our first quarter was really, really good against Washington. I thought we on both ends, and then we did not continue doing what was successful for us. We have to sustain that success. So, you know, we've just got to make sure we're getting back in transition defense. They do a lot of inverted actions the way they play, which is different than anything, you know, than the way you normally guard. So had a good opportunity to go through that today.
How nice will it be to kind of, since that was the opener, there was so much media craziness, everything around that game. How nice will it be to go back to Connecticut and have things kind of just be hopefully about basketball?
Are we there yet? I don't know. But we're doing that. Like, our team is doing that. We're making it. Like, we're trying to keep our circle tight. We're trying to keep out the noise. You know, but yeah, it's nice to go in Connecticut. We played them a couple of times. You know, we were able to do some different things because of what they did to us and what we were able to do to them and successful. So just excited to go back for this next opportunity.
What's your number one message heading into that game?
We have to be physical. I mean, that is one of the most physical teams in the league, and we got to match their physicality.
Chris, you mentioned that Caitlin Coach, they woke a monster. How much more is there to wake up, I guess, with her? And just how do you just appreciate that never satisfied mentality from her?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty scary, right? I mean, she's one of the most competitive people I know. But I mean, she's a worker, and that's what she's going to do. So that's just, this just gave her another opportunity to get in the gym and do more work. And she's also saying, Coach, I just want to focus on our team as well. So that is really good to hear from her.
And you mentioned the rest. How much do you think the mental aspect of it will be great too? Is just, obviously she's going to focus on the game. She said she's going to keep working on her game, but just kind of get away from this, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think for all of us, just what we've all gone through this season so far, I think that's going to be rest for all of us. I think you saw a little bit, in Washington, we made more threes. I think it was a franchise record. That's your legs finally under you. We're taking good shots. We just weren't able to finish them.
I asked Kelsey about this, but how have you seen her just change her game year after year in this league and be a confident pro, but also be effective in like a various different offenses?
I mean, Kelsey's so dynamic, right? I mean, she is like one of the most dynamic guards in the league. She can get to the rim when she wants to because of her speed. She can just pull up. She can, nail it from three. So, I mean, she just keeps getting better at little things all the time. And her defense is what she's really wanting to focus on, and she's improved so much in that area.